besides the stage itself, would just be the value of how fast-paced the gauntlets and the guitars can be. And if we get to see anything like all the other sets we've covered today, Remy, it should be a lot of offstage play to set up for the guitars and gauntlets for Toast to find these early stocks.
Toastforprez opening with some really good movement, but not really winding any attacks into it. We're seeing him dash around the stage and stay leveled, but now we need to see if he can mix in the attack and get that force in, and the neutral air into the recovery is going to be the first of the big hits, but Anonymous Alex claps back just one, on him one accent light, and the game is even, and now the down SIGs are coming out. SIGs are coming out from both parties. I mean, we're expected to see some SIGs here, right? We have Caspian on one side and Terrace on the other. What are these characters besides the, you know, that spammy knock you out on orange heavy hitters, right?
Yeah, Toast is really playing for distance right now, taking full advantage of those floaty platforms just to wait and see if Anonymous Alex is going to be a little bit more faster aggression than we've seen other Taros today. But the answer is no. Anonymous is really just waiting out to see what the opening move for Toast would be, starving out that weapon, playing for safety.
The Anonymous Alex down air barrage has begun. The fourth down air in a row, not connecting. The stomp set is finally going to seal that stock off.
Side air comes through. And we started seeing some signatures coming out from Toast early on in that stock, but they were spot dodged immediately coming out from Alex. Axe is out here though. Good down airs. Dare.
Alex with these axes. Axe is doing so much work, but a good read from Toastforprez going for the side light instead of going for end light or side sig, because maybe those are too obvious. He goes for the jump read and gets him with the down sig, spiking him off the map. Now, he did take a bit of damage there before losing that stock, getting that stock. So he has some evening up to do, but he has Gauntlet, so if you can get one good read, especially on Caspian's force, it's going to be good for him. Say that though, Anonymous Alex tags on even more side light, nair into the down light later, and now he's just moving around the map, trying to pace himself, get this knockout before it gets too dangerous.
Yeah. Alex is really reading the position right now from Toast. No matter what Toast wants to bring out, especially in terms of aerial play, it's going to be the immediate downlight coming out from Anonymous, especially with that axe to shut it all down. Anonymous is barely moving around. Like, he's pivoting around, but he's staying within his lane on the ledges of each part of the stage. He's waiting for Toast to make that entry in, tries to bait out for the downlight, but immediately goes for the down air and sends Toast away into the sky. That is a full stock lead now for Anonymous Alex to start off this set.
Movement is back on the ground. He's just looking for whatever option he can find. And we've seen him do so much work with this axe so far, right? This time Toastforprez opts to go for a wake up, trying to fight back against the multiple hits that he's gonna get. But that wake up is just an arm downlight. Yeah, you don't get punished for it, but even if you hit it, look at how much damage you're taking with your lack of weapon.
Ooh. Something began with Toast. Again, the weapon star from Anonymous Alex. Full weapon control. Tries to go for the combo, but there it is. Down into solidify game number one. And I'm going to be honest with you, Remy. It didn't really feel like Anonymous Alex was that contested game one. Obviously, a stock was lost, but there was never really a point that I noticed where Alex had to change up his gameplay drastically to counter Toast.
No, Toast couldn't beat him in neutral. He didn't have... Well, he had the weapon sword, he had the fast guitars, and he had the fast gauntlets, but Anonymous Alex's hovering and aerial movement was just a little too much for Toastforprez, and he couldn't find any of these big strings that you would want to look for on the Caspian, so he ended up just not having anything to go off of. Sure, the first stock was close, but it wasn't too much, and that's why we're immediately seeing a switch to the Amethyst here. Now we've gone rid of the gauntlets that we had from the Rayman and stuck to the axe that we have.
I mean, I think there's a cool carryover, though, kind of from the gauntlet style that Toast was bringing out with Diamond Head over to Amethyst, because we saw a lot of those opening entry points try to be gauntlet down air, and you can do a little bit similar when it comes to the cannon, though you have the extra added benefit of maybe side air potential to disrupt Alex's movement. But already in neutral, we see double axes underway. Early trades, though, mostly going in Anonymous's favor. It's going to be up to Toast to try to just break this mold and put Alex in that hot seat, but again, failure to break neutral in game number one. Toast is struggling a little bit here too to find that extra added benefit to pick up the cannon without getting immediately baited out.
It's just like watching Zal versus Taros double axe. It's like two semi-trucks trying to hit each other over and over again. And whichever one can speed up the fastest is going to be the winner here. And Anonymous Alex taking the winning of the first trades after switching the hammer. Toastforprez now in relative knockout percent. Depends on where on the map he is, but Toastforprez also clapping back with his cannon, and we're in like an HP range as well.
Yeah, I think the big benefit right now would be for Toast to use those nairs to keep Anonymous Alex into the air and eventually find that recovery. But again, takedown options, gonna be a little difficult. We've seen the downlight into the nair, sending Alex into the air himself, and there it is once more. A gravity cancel added onto it there, disrupts the positioning, and now Toast, for the first time this set, has a stock lead.
And you also keep the axe so you can build even more of that damage, right? So here's the thing with axe to knock out, you have to move into it really, and we saw him move into that down stick there, which is kind of exactly what I'm talking about. But if you let them move into you, and you're playing the axe, and now they're trying to knock out you, and you have axe as well, you're gonna get the better end of these axial trades, just off of creating end lights and down lights. But it doesn't go that way as Toastforprez goes over aggressive. Now in this next stock, Toastforprez has his cannon in hand, and he's going for these aerial punishes, side airing where Anonymous Alex is going to be, rather than trying to punish him where he is.
Yeah, it really makes these opening stocks a little nerve-wracking for me. Alex is finding a lot more benefit with these axes to punish out just the raw hits. Oh, okay. We can lock each other out. A giant cannon could be the key here to get past Anonymous Alex, but honestly, that taunt's kind of a metaphor for how this game is going in. It feels like at times... Yeah, it seems like Toast is locked out.
Your prison wall is just a metaphor. I'm just going to hit through it.
You're going literal.
I'm taking that free damage.
I mean, you might as well, right? I mean, Toast needs to get anything that he can right now, and Anonymous Alex, outside of that opening stock, it just feels like, again, he is in complete control, no matter what legends Toast is bringing out or what, what stage you're going to. Alex is just finding so many free axe hits.
Down air comes through, and now the silent air is going to be the follow-up. Toastforprez once again falling off kind of like he did in that first game, right? He had a good opening, kept it close, and after he found the first stock's KO, he just felt like Anonymous Alex adapted too fast, and it's going to be another 2-stock off the back of what was a lead for him.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. I think the adaptations coming out from Alex after that first stock was unbelievable. And honestly, it didn't really feel like, in terms of like just overall movement, any big differences coming out from Alex's side. It was just being able to read more what the cannon was trying to accomplish from Toast. But we're going to a third legend swap right now from Toast's side, and when we're seeing so many swaps, it makes me nervous because the muscle memory of how you want to adapt around one particular legend doesn't necessarily carry through between each game, especially with the drastic changes you can bring out from, say, a Tezca.
Yeah, it's gonna be a drop off of what you know and what you've been doing on your other two legends for sure, but then the opponent also has to adapt to it, right? We have Battle Boost here, a relatively new weapon, so not only are you adapting to what the player has to do now, but you're adapting to the fact that this is a weapon that you don't get to see a lot in the first place. And let's not get anyone confused. Tezca, a very powerful legend.
Oh yeah.
With very powerful SIGs. So let's see what Toastforprez can really get done. It's kind of like the first game once again. The first stock looks good. It looks to be in his favor. Aggressive side SIG option. He's gonna send an Anonymous Alex flying off the right side. And Toastforprez, now it's up to you to just play it out. Let's not have something similar to the last first.
Yeah, I'm just really curious to see what the battle boots the goal is here for Toast, because we're seeing a lot of raw hit potential coming out here, but the issue I found was that Toast was really looking for those ranged hits. We saw the cannon brought out last game, we saw of course the axe carry through as well, but up close and personal, it really feels like Anonymous Alex has been able to pivot away and go for these punishing side airs just like that to keep no matter what legend Toast has at bay. I don't know if the battle boots are going to find a lot of value here.
Battle Boots are kind of, right now, they're doing what they do best, right? Battle Boots' best place is on hit after you've gotten that one hit. So Anonymous Alex is just kind of spacing them out, and Toastforprez is going to agree and just kind of play that neutral game until he can get that one hit, try to find follows for it, and take advantage of that positioning. But right now, he's back on the gauntlets, and we've seen him do extreme amounts of work on these gauntlets in the first stock, as well as on the Caspian. Now he's trying to look for this knockout early, as he has Anonymous Alex off stage.
Yeah, these battle boots could be great to break neutral. Anonymous Alex forced to play a little bit more aerial than we've seen in other matchups there. Good side sig to remove Anonymous Alex. Now, for the first time consistently in this series, we're seeing Toast be in that driver's seat. They have the lead right now. Alex trying to pick up a weapon, eventually does acquire the axe. Toast is moving around so much that it's hard for Anonymous Alex to go for the setup or even find the landing punish. And even when he does, it's an immediate spot dodge from Toastforprez to reset everything else.
Weapon throw from Toastforprez just to break neutral again, and that's kind of been the name of the game, right? He wants to just break neutral here and see what string he can find. But almost Alex has gone to the option of setting up this wall for himself, and he's gotten Toastforprez so damaged that if he can find this knockout here, yep, aggressive option finally from Anonymous Alex is going to work out. He's been playing it on that wall gameplay and just decided to surprise Toastforprez there by chasing him forward with the downlight. But I was saying, if he can find that knockout, the game's completely even, and what do we have here? A completely even game for Anonymous Alex to actually slightly take the lead in.
Yeah, and keep in mind too, Alex has that buffer room of winning the last 2 games in this set. This is tournament stock right now for Toast. If he cannot win this, we will not be going to a game 4. We'll have to wait and see how this plays out here. Good pivoting coming out from Anonymous Alex. Neutral still unbelievably strong. Any point of entry that Toast is trying to find, only the Nair was able to suffice. But the Nair will only do so much if there's no follow-up. Alex there again for the dare. I'm sorry, downlight to set things up. The sider doesn't connect. A punish though from Toast, but again, no follow-up. Alex has been able to pivot himself so well to make sure that Toast cannot get any of these combos started with the gauntlets. And I'm wondering, maybe the battle boots need to show off one more time, because the gauntlets are getting stalled out.
I was about to say, one more downer is going to do it for him, and he breaks neutral again with an aggressive weapon throw. This time, Alex beats the fact that he's going to cross over after and gets that downer to pick him up the sky. Toastforprez, really good openings on these games, really aggressive options, but when it comes down to it, Alex just had that consistency. He had that adaptation, and he was able to control the pace of the game.